What's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Donna Clarkson. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I make the green resolution juice. Good morning. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning and I decided to record how I make the green resolution juice that I posted about before. Several of you have asked me what's in the juice and how do you make it. So I was on my way to get ready to work out and I was like, let me make my juice first. So this is how I make it. I'm going to go through the ingredients. I use Swiss chard, kale. You can use any greens that you want. Ginger, celery, apples, and cucumbers, and lemon. I think there's about 5 or 6 ingredients that I use. All right, let's get started. I like to prep for a lot of my meals, so I washed a lot of things and cut a lot of the vegetables yesterday, but you can do it as you see fit. Before I start, I wanted to let you know where this juice came from. So we went to Daytona Beach last year for my birthday, and we went to a restaurant called the Wild Rabbit Bistro, and they had a juice very similar to this, and I loved it. So I decided to replicate it at home, and now I make this juice about twice a week. Pretty much have at least a cup or more a day, and it has really helped me with my energy and just my fitness level and wellness in general. So I'm going to start with the Swiss chard and the kale. I have a bunch of kale right here, and I like to get them in bunches. I have the Swiss chard here. And the reason why is I was watching a video on Netflix, a documentary about vegetables and how the packaged vegetables, for instance, this one here, what is it? Power Greens by Earthbound Farm. What I was noticing in the video, they mentioned that a lot of the packaged greens come from different bunches. So it was best to get your greens from the original source. I have a garden and we did not get this from my garden this time. We didn't plant anything recently. It's kind of overgrown. We have to redo everything. So that's going to be our next project. So I'm going to start with the Swiss chard. I just go ahead and take the leaves off. I've already washed these. Take the leaves off. I don't want to juice anything else but the leaves. And I do the same with the kale. Just get the leaves off and throw away, or you can put them in a compost. And Swiss chard and kale are very good sources of vitamin C. Swiss chard has vitamin K, vitamin A, and kale has, I think I read like 4 times or 5 times more vitamin C than spinach. So I tend to use kale a lot. But like I mentioned before, you can use any greens you want. Collard greens, mustard greens, you can use spinach, whichever greens you want to use. Right, so now I have my greens washed and ready. And I also went ahead and peeled all the ginger. I'm really big on organizing everything. I like to have all my veggies and fruits in different bunches. And the reason why is that as you juice, and I like to fill this container, I want to make sure there's a mix of all the veggies and the fruit and the ginger root, because once it gets overflown and there's not enough space here, I want to go ahead and put it in a smaller container or start drinking that juice first. And I want to make sure that all the vegetables and all the fruit are incorporated at the same time. So you'll see as I start juicing, I take a bunch of this and a bunch of that. And it also helps the juicer. You don't want to put a lot of rougher veggies over and over in the juicer. You want to go ahead and put, some liquids. The celery gives you a lot of liquid. Then you put in the rougher vegetables, and I'll show you that. And the juicer that I have is a cold press juicer, so it goes a little bit slower, so you have to take your time with it. All right, so I got the ginger, which I love, absolutely love. Ginger is very good. It aids in digestion. It also improves your levels of dopamine and serotonin. Okay, so now I also went ahead and prepped the cucumbers, cut them. I use about 3 cucumbers, 1 big bunch of kale, 2 bunches of Swiss chard. Let me get a bowl. All right, so I'm going to put my cucumber there, and I already cut the celery. Wash them, make sure everything is thoroughly washed. So now I have my bowl with the cucumbers and the celery. Put that right here. Let me get a bag to put the stems of the Swiss chard and the greens. I just don't like a bunch of mess. I like to clean it up as I go. Okay. Oh, and here's more Swiss chard. Pack it up. So I'm going to go ahead, and I've got the apples already washed, and I'm going to core them. And these apples are, you got to put your back into this. Woo! Dang! Woo! These are some big ones. I've never used these big ones before. All right. A little bit more workout. Got my hair all frazzled. Okay, so I cored that one. Let's see how this is gonna work. Woo! Wow, cored it. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to peel. Let's go with the lemons. Can you see? That's better. I like to just cut the ends of it and get the skin off. Just cut it in half, have it ready for the juicer. Put all my stuff over there. Cut in half. I also have a lemon squeezer thingy that I use sometimes also. Take everything in the juicer today. Alright, so now we got our lemons, got our apples, our lemons. Let's go to the juicer. So this juicer I got on Amazon. It's a cold press juicer like I mentioned before, and it works perfectly. I've been juicing for maybe 6 months with it, and I've had no issues with it. Right, so I'm gonna turn it on. It's gonna be a little noisy. Okay, and I like to start with, so the ones that yield more juice are the cucumbers and the celery, the lemon that yields most of the juice. I'm gonna start with the ginger because I like to save some of the ginger juice for my water and for my tea. See the ginger juice right down here, and this is where the fiber of the ginger comes through. Okay. with the ginger. Just press down on it. I like a lot. I'm going to put some in a separate container for my water and my teas. Yeah, it's a good amount. And I'll continue to juice the rest of the vegetables. Okay, so now I'll put some of the Swiss chard. And I kind of, yeah, you hear it, it's just rougher. I like to chase it with a cucumber or a celery to get some more juice in. And I just continue. Go slow with this, don't try to force it. When you're juicing, you have to be patient. At least with the cold press, it just takes time. Add some apples. Okay, so now it's getting full. Look how cool they look. They're like little spirals, little Cheetos of veggies and fruit. Okay, so now slowly, there it is. I like to pour it into this container first because it has a bigger spout. This is and I just keep continuing with the process. This is the end. See the little spirals? And now I'm going to pour in the last bit of juice into the container. There. As you can see, it already is almost full. That's why I like to make sure that they're all incorporated. So I'm going to finish it off. Yep, it's full. So this is the jar full of the green resolution juice. Go ahead and put the top on it. You can find it. There it is. I'm I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator to get cool. So it'll be ready when I go to the gym. Okay, so now it is pretty cool. Go ahead and put, oh, I shook it. Make sure you shake it because it's going to separate. You're going to see like pinkish for the lemon and the apples, and then like a green section. That's fine. Just shake it and you should be good to go. I've got my green juice, put my little top on it, and it's ready for the gym. So now we are done. If you have any questions, please leave them in the description box below. And I'm gonna put the ingredients that I use also in the description box below. I'll put in the links to the items that I used, the juicer, the core, and anything that I can think of that I used. I'll put the links to it in the description box below. All right, well, thank you for continuing to rock with me. Bye. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for continuing to rock with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.